Good morning, everybody. It's Lisa Mesri with Remax Top Producers. Welcome to my Friday morning live Facebook with Real Estate Talk. Today I've got a little bit of an interesting conversation to talk with you. I learned about this yesterday at Professional Standards, and this is my take on this. So I know it's very common, unfortunately. Buyers, have you had a realtor that you've hired and you've submitted an offer through and they said something along the lines of, I've presented your offer to the listing agent, or now known as the selling agent, but I'm not sure if they actually presented it to the sellers. And this is unfortunately pretty common in the area right now. And sellers, conversely, have you had a realtor that you hired and presented offers to you and possibly said something along the lines of, okay, we have two offers, I've got one, and here's one that's represented by another agent, but I represent this one, and I'll lower my commission if you take this offer, and then not even show you the other offer. So that's part of the problem, and NAR recognizes this, and they've said that approximately between 8 to 15% of all offers are not being presented to the sellers, which is a big problem for you sellers because according to the National Association of Realtors, and by the way, all of us realtors are bound by these code of ethics and we are supposed to follow them. Of course, there are bad apples as in any industry. So the National Association of Realtors recognizes this issue and this problem, and we always want to put the customers and the consumers first. So with that being said, the National Association of Realtors has just made a change to the NAR Code of Ethics and Standard of Practice 1-7. So I wanted to read this to you to be able to go over this, and I'll go over my takes on how it will help buyers and how it will help sellers, and know that we get all offers presented and everything in my take and my opinion on the way this is. So Standard of Practice 1.7 reads, when acting as listing brokers, realtors shall continue to submit to the seller or landlord all offers and counter offers until closing or execution of a lease, unless the seller or landlord has waived this obligation in writing. Upon the written request of a cooperating broker who submits an offer to the listing broker shall provide a written affirmation to the cooperating broker stating that the offer has been submitted to the seller or landlord, or a written notification that the seller or landlord has waived the obligation to have the offer presented. Realtors shall not be obligated to continue to market the property after an offer has been accepted by the seller or landlord, and realtors shall recommend that the sellers or landlord obtain the advice of legal counsel prior to acceptance of a subsequent offer, except where the acceptance is contingent on the termination of the pre-existing purchase contract or lease. And that was the new amendment that was just made and changed. So I want to go over that just a little bit because that's a lot of different information right away that you may not be aware of what it means on this. So this is my take on it. How this can affect sellers. Sellers, all offers must be presented to you until the property has closed, not just put into escrow, but has actually closed. And this is for you in your best interest because we want to make sure that you are getting the highest net to you and make sure that you have the power to be able to accept the offer that you want to take. It is not our choice as the realtor which offer to take, it is your choice as the seller which to take. So for example, if you take an offer and we are now in escrow because you accepted that offer, and I'm your agent and you wanted me to now stop presenting offers to you because it's my duty as a realtor to present all offers. So if we open escrow and then we get an offer that's a week later, we're in escrow and it's higher than the offer that you have currently and you want to take that offer, I have to legally present it to you unless you tell me in writing I don't want to see any other offers because we are in escrow now. If we do want to see the offers, and it's your right to be able to do so, and I show you that higher offer because it's my duty and obligation to do so, then my job is to show you that offer. If you wanted to accept that offer, you would then need to cancel the previous offer and then bring in this one. So with that being said, if you didn't want to see it, again, just put it in writing and tell me I don't want to see any other offers because I'm happy with this offer and we can move forward. Additionally, by realtors not giving you all of the information and all of the offers right now, sellers, there's a possibility that you could be netting less. So that's why this new law, or not law, but new Code of Ethics, Standard of Practice has been changed so that we can make sure that we always keep one of the goals in mind of the Code of Ethics is to put you, our consumers, first, above all needs, above our own, above anything else, you come first. So that's what this is important about. and how this will affect buyers. Buyers, if you hire me as your realtor, I can actually request in writing to the selling agent, also known as the listing agent, we just recently changed that in California, that can present the offer to the seller. So I can ask for it to be in writing saying, I want to make sure that this was given to the seller so that I can tell my buyer with confidence, this offer was shown to the seller, they didn't take it for whatever reason. And that's the reason why we want to make sure that we have it presented at least. Because even though it's presented doesn't mean it's going to be taken, it's always up to the seller. This will ensure that the seller has seen your offer and there is no response. And if there is no response from the selling agent, the selling agent, the listing agent, because they changed their verbiage on us recently. If there is no response from the selling agent who represents the seller, and if I have within reasonable time, say 24, 72, or even a week down the road, if we haven't heard back, I, as your agent, have the right to be able to then present your offer as my buyer to the seller directly, because the seller's agent has not responded back, which is another common unfortunate issue that we have in our industry. So just wanted to run by this with you. So this is, remember, the Code of Ethics is always there to put you, our consumers, first. So this is a way for NAR to ensure that all realtors are putting our clients' needs above our own and making sure that all offers are presented to the sellers. Even after escrow has been opened, all those offers still need to be presented to sellers as well, unless the seller put in writing that they do not want to have offers presented to them at a certain point. So this is my interpretation of the way that the Standard of Practice 1.7 has been changed. And remember, I'm not an attorney, I'm a real estate agent, so I wanted to make sure that I give you my interpretation. So if you wanted to go one further, you can contact an attorney and look into that as well, and they can go over it in further detail with you. But if you're looking for an ethical agent who will represent and present you all offers and make sure that your offer gets presented to the sellers, I'm happy to assist you. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, my name is Lisa Medry with RE/MAX Top Producers, and I'd be happy to help you and sit down with you to make sure that you get all offers presented to you as a seller, and make sure that your buyer, as a buyer, that your offer gets presented to that seller, even if I have to go, unfortunately, because the agent isn't responding, and present it directly to the seller. My number is 909-583-7844. Give me a call anytime. I'll talk with you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.